Hey guys, welcome to tonight's show. We're going to be talking about current lake conditions. Yes, the flood. Water going over the spillway, boat ramps are closed, some are open. The fish are doing something a little different this week. And tonight, we're going to talk about where you can catch fish. We're going to talk about where you can't catch fish. We're also going to talk about where you can launch your boat, where we're launching our boats to get closer to the fish, all tonight. So stay tuned. We're going to give away a lot of prizes tonight. We're going to give someone an opportunity to get a free Monster Trophy Catfish trip with the Caption This segment and a bunch more. So you guys stay tuned. It's getting ready to happen here at Lake Tawakoni Guide Service live with the guides.
Here we go.
So,
all right. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We are Lake Tawakoni Guide Service, and we are here to give you tips and tricks to make you a better fisherman. So
I got my arm around Noel.
We're missing Noel, but he's on his way.
Noel,
here he comes.
I guarantee you, he's the one hitting all those light things right there.
Yeah.
What's up, Steve Branson up in Mr. Broken Bow? What's up, buddy?
And we really appreciate you guys joining us tonight. So,
absolutely.
What do we got to talk about?
Well, there's
you were going to do an intro.
I did the intro.
Oh, is that
You
the
missed
intro?
it?
I missed it.
Giving you tips, tricks, and hold on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Giving you tips and tricks to make you a better fisherwoman. I said it wrong.
Did y'all
I missed that part. That's what I was.
She doesn't have. Hold on. She doesn't have tape. So she takes an American flag and
it's just red and white stripes.
It's just stickers.
It's stickers.
Oh.
And she puts it up there so she can read.
Girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
So.
Hey, just for reference, stop looking at yourself and look right there.
Okay, so we look in here.
Yeah, look in the hole.
We're trying to be more professional, but
yeah.
See, look, there's deer over there. You see them?
Back in the corner. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Hold on, I'm gonna go get one. Right
Yeah, let's go get it.
All right.
So this week we're going to be talking about, of course, the current fishing reports, lake conditions, stuff like that. The fishing report is, hey, we're catching them, of course. We've got a fish story coming up here in just a little bit from Mr. Michael Littlejohn on today's report. My trip today, we moved it because of same kind of conditions we've been having here for a few days last week. Is severe weather, severe rain, and stuff like that. Like I said, we've got a little bit of water in the lake, non-typical.
That's a drop down time.
Yeah, that's some drop times, non-typical. But of course, we're a little bit high on our water right now, so that put the fish on the move again. So it makes it a little bit of a challenge for us to get out there and relocate these fish, because anytime the water moves, the fish move. And so here we go again in search of them. Yeah. We've been doing a good job of it, though, putting people on multiple fish. The bigger fish have been kind of hit and miss occasionally, but we have had some great big fish, and we have had some good 20 to 30 pounders coming in there in the mix as well. So as far as the fishing report goes, same as always, we're still catching them. It seems like with this big flood condition, it seems like the striper and hybrid bite has changed a little bit. The fish we were catching obviously have moved. We caught some the other day, but they were in a totally different area, and it was a little bit slower than normal. We expect that as soon as the water levels off, which it did yesterday. Actually, we dropped about an inch. The water leveled off a little bit. So those fish should start locking up on these little spots again, and we should start getting on those hybrid stripers again. The catfish, of course, like I said, they love this fresh water coming in. It was cold water that came in, so that kind of turned them off for just a little while. But now the water's warmed back up, so anywhere that you can find this fresh water coming in, it's warm water, stuff like that, they're in there.
That's
they're
right.
Biting.
That's right. I can't remember the last time. I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago where the water came in like it did. Literally just came in, rushed in. We've gained 3 foot of water on Tawakoni in the last 72 hours or less. Holiday Marina, which is the marina that we launch out of, currently is completely underwater. We are not. Thanks, Andrea McCroy, for the deposit for her trip that she just booked. That's cool. But the ramp at Holiday Marina is completely closed, guys. The dock we can't get to it. So we're actually launching right now at the state park. And as far as ramps that you can launch, if you're thinking of fishing Tawakoni this week or even next week, you're probably going to want... You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I got thumped in the back there.
You were supposed to tell them this right now.
Okay. Does that mean anything?
Yes,
what does it mean?
Shush!
Oh, okay.
Look at... We have rules.
We have this list of stuff we're supposed to
Am I not on it?
And in,
Yes, look.
in Michael Littlejohn
last thing
fashion,
you
we're
say.
not following the list.
I think they need to
I
fire
work
me.
really hard.
I'm getting thumped. I'm getting stepped on. I'm getting...
You're not supposed to
I'm
say,
just gonna do
okay,
a big-
wives,
Man,
I'm
I
going to tell you something. When you thump or pinch your husband, does that mean he's supposed to front you out? No, I'm turning red.
Man, I got thumped.
Actually, Noel was supposed to be here right now.
Yes.
And he was supposed to
Throwing
give
us
the
off.
whole
And
story.
it's
about
It is
what
Noel's
happened
fault.
and stuff.
Noel is not here.
So let's go back. What happened today? Tell us.
Okay,
that.
tell us the story.
Tell us-
This is
tell
an
us-
unbelievable story.
You got to hear this story.
We're going to give the
Big
give
fish
the
story
chair to him.
right here. Monster alert.
great story.
Here it is.
All right, so this
I'm
is
gonna
what
read
this
your-
is what
your
happened,
info here.
and I'm going to say this really quick because we got a long feed tonight.
Really quick.
Really quick.
Really
Really
So
quick.
take the next 30 minutes. And
All right, so here is the truth. I had Tommy Robinson out on the boat today. Tommy came in from Odessa, Texas
Shout
to
out,
catch a big blue catfish today. He actually was all by himself. I see Noel pulling up right now. I can see his headlights
Come on
coming
in,
in.
Noel.
Oh,
There he
Woo,
comes.
yes.
Man, he almost
Good
hit
thing
the
he's got
house.
good brakes.
Oh, Lou.
he almost pulled right in
He's
the
coming.
living room with
He's
us.
watching us live right now.
You should see him run in here in just a second. All right, so anyways.
anyway.
Back
he's
to
gonna
the
come in.
story. Big fish
All
It's
right.
a great story.
Guys, we landed a monster catfish
girls.
today. We landed a fish of 85.5 pounds today, 85.5. Caught the fish in 5 foot of water. Tommy Robinson from Odessa, Texas, absolutely nailed. What's up, Noel? Noel is in the feed tonight. He
You
is
made
here.
it. Woo!
He is here. Wow, you got your tattoo put on your chest. And
Living large.
here's what's crazy about this story. You guys got to hear this story. Check
Noel
this out.
hasn't heard this yet.
Yeah, Noah hasn't even heard the story yet. Rod goes down. It's a big fish. Obviously, he's pulling, drag, pulling, drag, pulling, drag, pulling, drag. We finally, after, 10 minutes probably of fighting this fish, we get the fish in the net.
Right there, boss.
Unbelievable. We get the fish to the floor of the boat. We realize this fish is probably going to be the new lake record. As we're kind of working with the fish and we're trying to get the hook out and everything, I look down at the fish and realize there are some markings on this fish that I'm familiar with, and I'm trying to figure out what in the heck is going on here. It has some net bruising on the side towards the middle of his stomach back to the tail. Well, Rick Dixon, back on January 14th of this year, caught an 85.5 pound catfish, which is the largest catfish we've caught this year, the second largest fish we've ever caught in the history of our business. He caught that fish, and those same markings were on that fish.
So what does that mean?
So that means that
Dun, dun, dun.
somehow
Dun, 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 dun.
from 52 feet and down by the dam, 5.5 weeks later, we caught the exact same fish. And here's what's crazy. It traveled
13 miles at least.
at least if you do a straight line 13 miles.
13
but
miles,
if she,
that's
you know,
a crow fly.
if she
But
did
as it runs the bank, that's got to be at least 40-something miles.
probably or more.
If it run the whole river.
That's true.
And here's the crazy thing. We weighed the fish today. It still weighed 85.5.
85.5. Oh my God! Do y'all realize
Same
how
markings.
crazy that is?
Same.
That's insane.
We'll
Same
show
ex-
the pictures
Yeah,
It's on
with
your
not
phone.
only the net markings, but
I got them right here.
It's kind of
We're
like
gonna post the
Noel's
video.
tattoo. It has little
Oh my God!
side marks.
Yeah.
It has another mark up by its head.
It is the exact. I mean,
It's
how does that
the-
happen? How do you catch a big
Insane.
fish like that? There's probably not that many in the lake, and then literally 5.5 weeks later, off the same boat by the same guide. It just
See these markings on
Just-
that fish right there? Can y'all see that?
see hold it real still.
Right there.
Those are net markings down by the hand right there.
That's
That was
the fish caught by Rick Dixon. And this, do you have it on this one? Here it is.
There it is, right there.
Right here.
There's the fish
Today.
caught from today.
Same. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, they can see it.
But anyway, we're
So-
going to post the video, right, babe?
We have
And
a
the
video.
pictures.
Yep. Actually,
After this feed.
WFAA, David Schechters, he's a reporter for Channel 8. He's actually
Dallas
posted the
WFAA.
fish on his Facebook, but we're going to post the video and everything here in a little bit about the fish.
And it's on our
Congratulations to Tommy Robinson for a fish of a lifetime.
And to Rick Dixon.
And to Rick Dixon.
That's
This
true.
fish is definitely camera happy. This fish loves to get in front of the camera because she's had her picture taken twice
This year.
in 5.5 weeks.
That's
so,
amazing.
So she
And
may
he was so
revisit
What do you think
this
about
year
that?
in
I
another
think that was
couple
my
of
fish. Did it have my circle hook on there?
Nope.
See,
That's
that was
nope.
the first thing we all asked. Hey, did it have our circle hook? Did it have my rig in it from 2 weeks ago when I broke a big one off? But it didn't have the hooks in it. But I think that fish was on at least with
Yeah.
all of them.
And here is a testament to catch and release, guys. This is why we release these big fish,
Absolutely.
because
CPR.
if that would have been a 13-year-old, that not only would have been the new junior
That's how
lake
we call the
record,
fish.
Absolutely.
but that would have also been the Texas state record.
Could have been.
So, because I think it's 63 or 64 pounds. So,
Yep.
catch and release, catch, photo, release these big fish, guys. It is definitely worth it. Okay, moving on in the.
I think that happens only to the best fishing team out there.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Let's give.
It's
let's give
definitely
some
a
away
neat
here.
story. Hey, how about some freebies? Y'all
Let's
ready
do
for
it.
that?
Yes, we've
Let's-
got
Now
two
that
things.
Noel's here, we can give away
Yeah,
some stuff.
so here you go, Noel. You have my glasses?
Noel's like, okay, let me read what I'm doing here.
Is that in Spanish or English?
English. The RSR lure giveaway.
Oh, sweet. Who won it?
Right there.
Scott
Scott Montgomery.
Montgomery. Thank you.
Scott Montgomery.
And where's the hook?
Guess what? RSR Lures. Just do the giveaway.
Here you go.
Hey, Scott Montgomery, congratulations. He guessed the, wait, that was actually 19.67. That's a big old fish right there.
19.7.
Look at these right here. Boy, you're going to get out there and you're going to catch yourself a big old giant striper. And it's going to be bigger than the 19.67 on these bad boys right here. Hopefully it's on my boat.
Actually, the fish was 19.7, and
okay.
Scott caught by David Knowles back on June 4th of, I think, 2014.
Good job.
We caught that fish not too far from the dam. He was fishing with his wife, and he caught that fish. He actually caught a couple fish. He caught a 16, and he caught a 19. So Scott, not Scott, but David, congratulations on a fish of a lifetime. He caught that on live bait, a pretty big live gizzard shad, back in about 25 foot of water back in June of a few years ago. So congratulations.
That's
Contact
awesome.
RSR Lures.
Yep,
Yes.
yep,
Contact RSR Lures Facebook page, Philip Walker, right?
absolutely, yep.
Great product
and
by
he will
Philip
get
Walker.
And he will get you hooked up
Absolutely.
with your free lures.
Hey, and thank you guys. Thank you, Philip, for doing this. He sponsors this part of our show, and he really provides incredible gear. Anything that you need, from jig heads to anything with lead in it, powder coating that will trick a striper, a white bass, a hybrid, even a crappie, he's your contact. You can Google him at RSR Lures. He'll pop up. I can't really tell you rsrlures.com because that's not his website, but just Google Philip Walker RSR Lures. His stuff will pop up, and he'll get right back with you and get you what you need.
And he's
So,
on Facebook. So,
Absolutely.
So easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have some really good news. For years, everybody's asked us, when can we get your hats? Where can we get your hoodie? Where can we get your fishing shirts? And we always tell you, well, we do a couple orders a year, and then it's just a chaos mess. So, Brett Parker with Effortless Branding has now got our Tawakoni swag.
T-Walk.
All of our stuff, our hats, our hoodies,
Our shirts.
our fishing shirts, everything you want on demand on our website. So go to tawakoni.guideservice.com, www.tawakoni.guideservice.com, and look on the homepage, and there's going to be a little link you can click on,
Swag. Is that
and you
swag?
can order it anytime you want.
Yep.
I'm so excited. Anytime you want your hat, and we have kiddos. We've never had children's sizes before, so there's children's sizes, and coming up very soon there's going to be women's shirts. Right now we've got the men's fishing shirts, which I wear too. They're great. They're great. They're great. But this is great. We're so excited about that. So you guys, we'll put a link on our Facebook after the show tonight, after our live feed. But you can now get your hoodies.
And it's affordable. It's not really
It's not
expensive.
expensive. They didn't jack the price way up. They made it super
And they're
affordable.
cooler than most shirts
Oh
that
my
you buy
God,
anywhere else.
Yes.
And,
Hats,
you,
hoodies,
and
shirts,
you can win
everything.
this stuff, guys. Remember,
Absolutely.
like it, share it. See those like buttons again
Yeah.
going on. By the way, we were supposed to say, y'all make sure you comment where y'all are tuning in from, so we can see where you're from. Let's see where
What's
everybody's
up,
coming
Nate? What's up? Hey, Steve.
Oh,
Some
Nate, most
a couple of
excited
shout-outs I
fisherman
missed last
ever.
week. Levi, my nephew, he's down in San Antonio.
Oh, very cool.
Is he watching?
His new wife. Hope y'all are doing great down there. Also, my daughter, Cheyenne. She
Yeah,
tuned
hi,
in last
Cheyenne.
week. I
We
hope
saw-
she's doing good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Talking
time you
about
come over, girl.
Some shout-outs I missed
Yes.
out last on.
Let's see your city in your state
Hope-
where you're
hope
tuning in
Levi
from.
and Tabitha are doing
You
good.
spring.
Guys, if there's any questions that's coming to your mind right now, go ahead and shoot them out.
Wonder.
Noelle's got the.
Midlothian.
Yep, we got
all
the
that.
iPad
Midlothian.
going right here, so we can answer any questions.
Wendell Vaughn.
What's up, Wendell?
Shout
Then to
outs.
Texas.
When did Wendell?
Midlothian. Paul
Wendell,
from
Wendell.
Midlothian.
There we go.
You might have
That's all I
won
said.
something.
Yeah, Wendell, don't
Stay
go very
tuned.
far because you might have won something. I'm
Last
not sure.
week
40
we had
Texas
people
in the
from
house.
we had
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York, and everywhere
Wow.
last week. So
Yeah,
shout
we
out
did.
to
It's
anybody
crazy.
tuning in.
Missouri?
Just let us know where you're coming from.
And also, if there's anything about this feed you guys want to see differently, put it in the comments below. We'd love any kind of constructive criticism. Make it nice.
Constructive
My
criticism.
wife's a little sensitive about stuff like that, but just
Ramona,
constructive.
Oklahoma.
Anything we can change, we'd like to make it better for you guys. if we
Wilsonville,
can.
Kansas. Tuned in. Thank you.
You got any questions coming in, Noel? Anything?
Right
that's
now, everybody is
come in from-
claiming their city and their state where they're
What
from.
about up above here?
So this is our. Can you hold that?
Speaking
Our-
of giving
Tawakoni
away
hat.
some T-Walk swag and how to get your T-Walk swag. By the way, some people ask, are they really printed backwards? And no, they are not. They are printed correctly. We're doing this from our iPhone on selfie mode, so that's why it shows backwards. But anyway, so they really do read forward when you read them.
They don't say Kawak.
Yeah, they don't say
Kawak.
whatever that
Oh,
says
I think I
backwards.
might have
I wouldn't even
to
know how you would say that. Anyway, so
Kawak.
to win your T-Walk swag, all you got to do is like it, share it, comment
Like it,
on it,
share it.
all that good
And
stuff.
you guys are actually listening to us now. We had
That's right.
64 shares, and the feeds before we had like 10, 12.
And so from last week, our winner of this hat is
yes.
Wendell Vaughn. Congratulations, Wendell.
Wendell!
Woo! Here you
Thank
go.
you.
Your very own T-Walk swag.
Wendell.
Make sure you get Terry your mailing address
Yeah,
and
send
stuff
us a
like that.
message.
She will send you this particular hat, which one of us sweated in probably this week.
Yeah, it's got a big
Actually,
stain in it right now.
No, it's
It
brand
does
it's
not.
brand new. You can look at it. It's your
Yeah.
very own.
They catch a lot of fish.
They do.
Teddy,
But you can get these on our website.
absolutely, yeah. These are the ones that are available on the website. That's
camo.
the camo gone gray hats.
It's my favorite hat.
Okay, a couple questions. People are asking. The viewers are asking questions, and we're going to try to answer some of these questions. If you've got a question that you want to ask, why don't you ask it? It'll come through right here on the iPad, and then we'll try to answer it. Teddy Silcox, and I'm guessing he's from the Austin area. He writes. He said, "I would like to see the way you guys set up your lines and possibly the bait you're using. I want to try catching bigger cats down here in Austin." Teddy, we don't have any of our rods right now, but if you'll Google a Santee Cooper rig, that's a good start for you. And we're using fresh gizzard shad. We like to cut them somewhere in the midsection, and we take an 8/0 circle hook. And we're barely hooking that hook right through their nose, taking off that little scale that gets on the tip of the hook, and that's how we're rigging this. Take a look at the Santee Cooper rig, and that's going to show you exactly what you need to know as far as how we rig them. Maybe one day we'll actually bring some gear in here and do that. There was another one. Frank, I got you covered here in a minute. Nate, he asks. He asked a question, and I'm gonna let one of you guys answer this question.
Let me show you, not to interrupt you, but let me show you. I forgot one very important thing. On our website, when you're ordering your Tawak swag, do you see it right here? This is our homepage. www.tawakoni.guide.com. Just click on that, and it will take you to here, and you can order all your stuff. So sorry, I forgot about that.
That was
Didn't mean to
awesome.
interrupt, but there you go.
Nate wants to know when you're blue catfishing and you're finding blue catfish on your graph, and I'm assuming your 2D sonar, because that's the best way to answer this, Nate, is how can you tell if the fish are feeding or if they're not? And Mike Thompson, actually, he dreams about this kind of stuff, so he's actually going to be able to answer your question. But the best way to do it, Nate, is just call him. And you say, hey, what's up with these fish? Are y'all feeding or not?
Wow. Thanks for the setup there.
Better you than me.
That's awesome.
I'm waiting to see what your answer is.
The best way to tell if a blue cat is feeding or not feeding when you look at him on your side image, if he's going or not. If he's like, he's probably not feeding. If he's going, He's probably feeding. Okay. Other than that, I mean, typically we're not looking to see if they're feeding fish or non-feeding fish on catfish. That's funny. But
Love you, man.
yeah, thanks a lot. So to answer the question in the most knowledgeable way that I know how, when we roll into
If you get the
to
fish
an
on the
area
boat, they're feeding.
and we
That's
see
right.
groups of, and we can roll into an area and we can mark groups of catfish. They won't be bunched up like typically when we're looking at schooling stripers, hybrid stuff. They'll be stacked on the sonar. Catfish won't do that. They will lay kind of in an area. They'll keep their distance, but there will be a bunch of them in that area. Those you can pretty much set up on and catch them.
And
If
we
you
don't-
just mark one here, another one 200 yards down, another one 200 yards down, those are probably difficult fish to catch. But other than that, like I said, if they're feeding or not, that's pretty tough.
We have seen some on our 2D, right, babe, where they've actually gone through little bait balls.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, here's
and
here
you're
is
not
a
going to
hel-
catch those fish,
Here
right?
is a helpful thing for.
mean-
we have 71 viewers watching right now.
Oh, good.
One of the things I like to do is typically sometimes if they're feeding, and Nate, you can, this is kind of like one of those 50-50 kind of deals. If your bait is extremely balled up and it's broke up into certain areas and the fish are near them and you got the hooks and the bait's broke up, in my opinion, that bait has fear and it's broke up into these small pods trying to protect itself. If you come into an area and you got these giant, long pieces of bait ball that are like half as long as your graph,
And nothing spooky.
and you still got hooks around them, but they're not broke up, then you probably need to keep moving because that bait doesn't have any fear.
Yeah.
Just look for them going.
Yeah, there you go. That's the better
That works.
way.
That's the best
That's
answer.
the way we do it.
That's
Hey,
the best answer.
Mike, right here, want to know, and I know someone asked this question, but I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and let you answer this. When will we start crappie fishing? When do you expect us to start?
Man, that's going to bust loose anytime. I think once this water levels out, with the water temperatures where they are right now, as soon as that water gets back to where it's supposed to be, it's going to be gangbusters.
That's Randy Owens. Randy Owens wants to know when we're going to start crappie trips.
We're booking them now.
Yeah, we're booking them now. We're not booking them for like the next 2 weeks or so because it's probably going to take at least 2 to 3 weeks for this lake to get back to normal level. Those fish will not move up in the spawning areas and get ready to spawn while the lake is dropping, okay? So it's going to take until that water gets back to normal level until those fish move up and start making their beds and stuff. So as far as the spawn type bite, they won't be doing that until the water levels off because they will not go up there and try to make beds while the water's dropping. And hopefully the water's going to be dropping the next 2 weeks and not going back up for the next day or two with this rain we're getting over from today and tomorrow. So we got to wait on that to actually kind of indicate of when that bite's going to turn on. But as far as the crappie bite on the brush piles and stuff like that, they're there. They're a little deeper, and we are going to start booking those trips. So start looking at April and May.
And we're right now booking 2
Right.
weeks from now. So
So,
we're booked all the way
right.
through spring break.
Yeah,
So
we're booked
that
through
third week.
March. Most of our crappie trips, like I said, will start in April and into May.
We're fishing for striper though, and the striper fishing is not bad.
Yeah, the striper's going to be going too.
Yeah.
All right, caption this. A lot of people make comments on there. Y'all made it really hard. Remember,
This is for a chance to win that trophy cat.
and that's going to happen in December, right?
Yeah, in December.
So
One
you're going to
person
caption
every
this,
week.
and then you're going to put your little comment, and I'm going to pick out this week's caption. There was a lot of hard ones in there, and
What
it was
was the caption?
By the way,
Oh wait, no, I think it was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
I remember.
caption this.
Chihuahua. All right. So
well, for new viewers, hold on before you get started. For new viewers that are just tuning in, they may not know
That's
what we're
true.
doing here. So explain what we're doing.
So every week we're going to put a picture and you're going to caption this. So you're going to put what you think about the picture. Now, every Tuesday when we go live, well, this picture that came up, I get to pick, the best model, the best caption it was on there, and I'm going to pick that name out there. But next week, we're going to put up another picture, right?
We're going to put up another picture today.
Today,
We'll
a new
put up
picture
a
will
new
come up,
picture today.
and then someone else will get the chance, to pick a winner.
that.
So
to
every
caption that.
Tuesday, you get a new picture to come December to get a new trophy catfish, a free trophy cat trip for the winner drawn out of a hat for the.
Yeah.
Each week
Yeah.
we pick a new winner.
That's right.
For the caption list.
But I tell you what, you guys made it hard. I mean, there were some great
were some
captions
great
on there. Oh
ones.
my God, there were
Oh
some
my
great
God.
ones. But
Who won?
There was one that came deeply into me, and I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Who's it gonna be? Mr. Allen. It's not work, it's life. I gotta go with that.
That's a good one.
Who,
It's
so
not work,
who
it's
was
life.
it that won it?
Mr. Allen.
What's his first name?
Allen. It's,
Alan.
he's the one. He has the long beard.
What's his last name?
Oh, I can't pronounce
We'll
the last
message
name.
you.
Okay.
We're going to send
Alan
you a message.
Bullock,
Noel?
maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Alan
tiny?
Bullock?
Yeah.
Is it tiny?
That would be. I think that's timing.
Tiny.
'cause,
Tiny.
Yeah, Alan
Not
Bullock.
tiny. Tiny.
Yeah, Alan Bullock.
Yeah,
Bullock.
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce
Alan
the last
Bullock.
name. So,
Wow,
Okay.
that's a great caption.
but you know what? It's not work, it's life. He got me right on the heart. I like
There you
that.
go.
That's a good
All right,
one.
congratulations.
That's a good one.
If
There were some
indeed it's
really
Alan
good
Bullock,
ones,
which
No,
it
there
probably
was.
is, we will be putting your name in a hat this week that will go in a bowl. And in December, Alan, you may get a chance to win a free trophy blue catfish trip. So
That's
congratulations.
Congratulations.
And-
So your name goes in a hat, and at the end of the year of 2018, we're going to draw one person from every week. So, yeah, y'all got it.
I thought that was amazing. Great work on that,
That
Alan.
was a really good caption, this. I wonder what the next one's going to be.
All right. Well, do we?
We've got it.
Where are
We're
we
going
at
to
here
pick
right
it
now?
tonight.
We
We'll
need
post
to,
it
we
right
need
after
to
this
talk
video.
about
so.
coming up in June and July, right?
June and July? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You can go ahead.
Well, we're going to be giving away. And guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I know we had some new people just show up. You're live with Lake Tawakoni Guide Service with our guides, Mr. Noel, Mr. Mike Thompson, my wife Terry, which is right here, and me. And you know what? We know you guys could be doing 1,000 other things tonight, but thank you guys for tuning in and checking out what's going on in Lake Tawakoni. Frank McKinney with Frank's Custom Rods provides all of our striper rods, which we've had a lot of people who have fished with us who can vouch for the sensitivity and just the fun overall of these rods, how exciting they are to fish with. They have such a great parabolic bend. He is actually sponsoring a cool contest in June and in July, and the largest striper or hybrid striper caught on our boats with us in one of our boats on a trip. If you catch the largest striper for the month, guess what? You're going to win a custom rod with your name on it. He's going to engrave your name. It'll have Tawakoni Guide Service logo. It's going to be really exciting. So, again, that's in June and July. So if you're thinking of booking a trip, June and July would be a really good time to book a striper trip because you get a chance to do that. And Frank, thank you for doing that. He's going to do 2 of them. He's going to do one in June and one in July. So
Thank you, Frank.
thanks, Frank, for doing that. All right, where are we at?
Let's see. I think.
Well, real quick, you know what? I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I know Mike's birthday was on the 23rd.
Yeah, thank
Mine
you.
was on the 24th. Thank you all so much for those birthday wishes.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday to us. Whoop, whoop.
Y'all keep on going.
Hit those likes. Hit the button over here. That's what Noel's supposed to be doing. See the little like button down there? Where they at? I don't see them. Noel, you got to get them pumped up over here. Everybody's reading questions
Yeah,
and
we're
stuff
waiting
like
to
that.
see the questions.
So any questions you got, hit us up right now because we're fixing it. There they go. See? Noel's better at it than I am.
Y'all need to make sure y'all share and hit those likes and just comment. And who's watching?
That's right.
Hello to everybody
Who's
that's tuned
watching?
in right now.
Again, where are you watching from? Because we're fixing to wrap this up here in just a little
We
bit.
are. Thank you guys
We
so
do have a
much.
little bit of announcements that were made at the first of the show.
Oh, yeah, lake conditions.
By the way.
Remember what you got thumped for earlier?
Oh,
Yeah.
So
He was trying to give away the lake conditions, and he wasn't supposed to till now. So
Okay, so
Oh, there you go.
so basically, guys, we're up 3 foot from pool level. We've actually dropped 2 inches, which means the lake is crested and is actually down on the fall. The lake's going to fall if we don't get any rain, which we got rain today, but I don't know that it's going to make that
some
much
more
of a difference.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Assume that we don't get much rain. What's going to happen is the way the spillway works with Tawakoni, it drops it about 1 inch a day with the amount of flow that's going over the spillway. So with that being said, we're up 3 feet. You do the math. It's going to take about that long for it to get back to normal. Be careful driving across the lake because there are all kinds of things floating. I have seen boats that are abandoned. Mike's seen a boat that's abandoned.
Giant trees.
Noel's seen giant
I've
trees,
seen big
bigger
trees
than the
out
trees
there.
in his front yard. Basically, we're saying all that to say this.
Yeah.
Be careful. Don't run after dark. Don't run before daylight. If you're going to get up and be the all-star and get to your favorite bass spot before daylight, you might reconsider for the next couple of days until all this stuff kind of goes back to normal. If you're thinking about launching, you need to check out the state park. You need to check out, the state park is wide open. It's great. It's a great place to launch. Also, the 751 ramp down on the west end of the lake is also open. If you go to the 2 Mile Bridge, which is at mid-lake, if you will, both sides, the east and west ramps are open. The ramps
You can barely see the east ramp, but you
I
kind of got to know where it's at on the east.
I saw
end.
guys launching there today, so
Right.
I assume that it's
right
okay.
up to the parking lot there.
And
the
Scott-
west end, you can kind of tell where it's at.
Right. And then Sky Point is also open. So those are the ramps that I would definitely look into going. If you're thinking about going under the bridge up into the Kitsy Arm, don't think about that unless you got a John boat that you can lay down in, because the bridge is about 2 foot or less from the water. Same thing in the Oak side. So
The water's touching the bridge at Oak. The water's touching up. The water was up on the road on 751.
Yeah, it
talking
was.
about going up
Yeah.
in that cove.
Yeah.
The water is up on touching the bridge at Duck Cove, and so all those bridges, if you want to try to get under them,
no, you're gonna.
Yeah.
unless you got scuba equipment or something.
Those
like
fish
that,
are
you're probably not
safe
gonna get
on those back sides of both of those places. But the lake is in good shape overall. We're setting up for a great summer. Every year that the water's up like this, the fishing is fantastic. So if you've got trips booked, we've had people asking questions. David Sims was asking, I've got a trip booked at the end of next week, and we're going to be okay. Absolutely. Fish are biting, guys, and not just the catfish, guys. The stripers are biting. The crappie actually are biting. I've gotten reports that the crappie, even though we have not personally caught any in the last couple of weeks, I've got friends that have done pretty well on the crappie. The sand bass are biting. So come on out to Lake Tawakoni. It's going to be a great spring. It's going to be even a better summer. We're going to catch a ton of striper, a ton of hybrid. The baited channel cat holes that Lake Tawakoni is so famous for is going to be great this year. It's going to be a fun year with everybody.
I'm looking forward to that.
And so
much fun.
overall, Lake's going to be Lake's in good shape. We're actually glad that it's a little high.
Any
It guarantees
last
we've got water.
questions,
So.
anything like that?
I tell you what, early in the morning, that lake, the lake gets really foggy, so just be careful out there. Don't drive fast. There will be other boaters out there, driving real cautious out there, but try not to drive fast out there in the water. I've seen a couple of boats out there driving super fast in the fog.
Yeah, the fog has been really dense.
I see bass.
Yeah, so I mean,
Awesome.
All right.
That's we're like 35 minutes in.
All right, guys.
Guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. We really do appreciate
Hey,
you.
next week we got even bigger things coming. Y'all got to make sure you get here next week. It's going to
Absolutely.
be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we hear.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're not going to
Anyway.
give anything
So,
away. But
yeah, you
just
might
check
wanna-
it out
you
next
might wanna
week.
tune in
Might
Like I
next
said,
week.
every
tune
Tuesday
in.
night we're going to be doing this. So we got more swag to give away. We got more RSR
right.
lures to give away.
Look for the
We
Caption
have
This
another
coming up.
chance of the Caption This to put your name in a hat to win a free trophy trip next week.
And that's coming up in just a few minutes. So if you'll refresh your feed in about 5 minutes on our both business and personal page, the
We'll
caption
have
this will be open for.
We'll have a new photo for this
Absolutely.
week. And so
And the video of Tommy
can pick it.
Robinson's fish. from
Yeah, if you
today.
want to check
That's right.
out
Oh
the
my
video
gosh.
of the 85-pounder
Yes, yeah.
caught today, it will be up in just a moment. And one last thing, guys, don't forget to log on to tawakoni.guideservice.com. Go to the apparel page and go ahead and order your stuff. It's on
Yeah.
sale right now. You
order
can buy it.
You can order
and
it
it'll
by
be
the
at your door in a
singles
couple
and
weeks.
stuff
So.
now,
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
guys have a
Everybody
great week.
Great week.
Tight lines.
This Is Us is coming up, so I gotta go.